Hey guys, MCU Collector here with another figure review, and next up is the Hasbro G.I. Joe Classified Series 6-inch COBRA Infantry. This is a number 24 in the line, and this is from Wave 3, which is now starting to hit Walgreens. So here in this video, we will go over the COBRA Infantry Trooper and compare him to the COBRA Island Special Missions Target Exclusive COBRA Trooper. Here's just the box, because I do want to talk about the differences. But that was number 12, so now we have the new COBRA Trooper, Infantry Trooper, which is number 24 in the line. So you can see the insignias there on the side are going to be the same. Looking at the artwork here in front, this COBRA Trooper from Target actually has the artwork with the goggles actually on. So here we can actually see the face of the person that is in there. We get a much lighter skin tone in the artwork compared to what we actually get on the figure itself. Looking at the side of the package, the artwork is basically the same. When we look at the bottom here, these guys have the goggles on, these guys do not. And then looking at the images themselves, as you can see, we have kind of glowing eye effect. Those are not the goggles. And then you can actually see the exposed eyes of the COBRA Infantry Trooper. So not a whole lot, same artwork, but just some minor changes to it. But there is the COBRA Infantry Trooper. The back of the package is very similar, but it is the same to what we got with Zartan. So there were some changes in the character selection on the back. There are the added characters such as the COBRA Island guys. So you have Beachhead, you have Firefly is in there, the Vipers are in there, so there are some minor changes there. But that's enough of that, so let's get COBRA Infantry out of the package and see what he's all about. Okay, so here is the COBRA Infantry out of the package next to my two COBRA Trooper COBRA Island figures. So this figure is really good, and it surprises me a couple of the things that they did. So you may look at it and think, oh, Hasbro really cheaped out. They just gave us another damn repaint, and he comes with less accessories, and they didn't even do all the paint and everything. But I will tell you this, yes, he comes with 3 less accessories. He does not come with the long barrel rifle. He does not come with the goggles, and he does not come with that armband. Yes, that is all true. However, when we talk of lack of paint, I am here to tell you that this guy actually, I would argue, has more paint than the COBRA Troopers. More paint does not necessarily equal better paint, but does have more paint apps. So before everyone jumps the gun and hops on that Hasbro's cheap bastard bandwagon, just know that there are some things in here to kind of offset the cost. But yes, we do in fact get 3 less accessories. In my opinion, 2 of them are minor. Well, maybe one of them super minor, but you know, the long barrel rifle, this is really cool, and the goggles are awesome. So it does suck that this guy does not come with that, but he is not lacking by any means. There are some weird things though that Hasbro did. When they first showed the promo images of the COBRA Infantry, one thing that we noticed is that the holster and the sheath, I believe, were both painted black on those promo images. The final product, they did not do that. They actually stuck with all blue, but the vest is not all blue. There are some paint apps in that vest to kind of differentiate it. So the Special Missions COBRA Trooper, this guy, his vest is all black. There are no paint apps to it whatsoever. So this guy actually gets added paint apps. So he's got a blue vest, and we get some gray in there for some of the straps, like on the shoulders, the belt, and then some of the air in the torso region. As we zoom in and closer look at the figure, you'll kind of see some of those differences. So there are some things there, and there's some added paint in some other places of the figure. So without further ado, let's first take a look at the accessories and compare those to the COBRA Trooper version, and then we'll take a closer look at the figure, get into the articulation, and do the comparisons between the two. Okay, so actually in terms of accessories, I'm not going to do much of a comparison because they're all the same. So we have the one gun. This guy came with the COBRA Island Troopers as well as this guy, so this is nothing new, and it has the peg in there so he could port right on into the back. He does have these 2 hand pistols right there. They are both very thin. I don't remember them being so thin, but they are the exact same that came with the COBRA Trooper, and you can see he has a holster there in the front. He has a holster there in the back. They are, again, the same. We have the knife right there that plugs plugs into the sheath right there on his chest. It is the same exact knife, so nothing there. Now in terms of different accessories, his helmet has different paint apps to it. So we get this blue and then a darker blue, whereas the Cobra Trooper Cobra Island helmet was dark blue with black paint. So same exact helmet, just different colors, blue and darker blue, blue and black. And then again, the missing accessories between the Trooper and the Infantry is again the long barrel rifle. If we would focus in, there we go. So this is, again, this came with the Cobra Island Cobra Trooper, and then we get the armband for like the rank that came with the Cobra Trooper, and then these sweet ass goggles right there, which give it that snake's eyes look to it. So again, those are the 3 different accessories. So it is what it is. So let's take a closer look at the figure. Okay, so here's a closer look at the Cobra Infantry figure. So if you guys watch my G.I. Joe Classified Series ranking or my top 10 figures, action figures of 2020, you know that I absolutely love the Cobra Troopers. My #1 G.I. Joe Classified Series figure, and it was actually my #2 overall action figure of 2020, only being beaten out by a Hot Toys Iron Man Mark 47, which is saying a lot. Now, is it the best action figure truly? Probably not, right? The vest is going to hinder any kind of torso articulation that he has. So in terms of functionality, it is lacking. I get it, but I think the figure looks amazing. The articulation points that can be moved are there. The accessories are fantastic. This guy is a little bit of an exception. I don't want to say that, you know, he's the exact same. Missing some of those accessories does suck, especially those goggles. I love those goggles. But the overall look, I wouldn't say I like this look better for the Cobra Infantry Trooper compared to the Cobra Island Cobra Trooper. But it is what it is. It's the same figure itself, which is great. And there are some changes that they made which are cool, but I still think the Cobra Trooper figure looks better overall for me. So looking at this guy, a couple of things. So we could take the helmet, because again, the helmet can come off. You see there. One big difference between this guy and the Cobra Island Cobra Trooper, as you can see here, look at the skin tones are much different. So we get a much lighter skin tone and a much darker skin tone on the new guy. So it's kind of nice that they actually did some stuff like that. So I really like that. And then looking at the colors, the blues are different. I thought they were going to be very, very different, but they're only a little bit different. So Cobra Trooper, Cobra Island Cobra Trooper, that blue is a little bit darker than this guy. What's really throwing it off is because of this shade of blue that is on the vest that's so prominent compared to the black, which is really throwing it off. But it's not super different like I thought it really would be. So we have that there. But in terms of talking about the gray paint that's on the vest, so you can see there the strap there, and then right here all in the front, the belt and throughout the torso, we get the gray there. So that is a big difference. And then you actually get some grays on the back there, which, you know, it's the back of the figure. Hasbro tends to not do any treatment, or maybe it's just with Marvel Legends that they don't do it. So that is a key difference there. Looking at the rest, we get two-tone pants, which is different for this guy. Cobra Trooper, Cobra Island Cobra Trooper did not have two-tone pants. His pants were all one color. Knee pads, we got the boots into the shin guards and everything like that. So looking at it, so in talking more comparisons, so looking at the pants, you can see the Cobra Island Cobra Trooper, his pants are just all blue. This guy has that added color difference right here. So in the sculpt, you see the seam there. So they actually painted in that section on the Cobra Infantry. So again, more paint apps for this guy, not less. So Hasbro isn't necessarily cheapening out. They're just making different design choices. So another thing here is the Cobra Island Cobra Trooper. Notice his boots are blue just like his pants, whereas on the new Infantry, his boots are actually black. So you could clearly see the difference between his pants and his boots, where you couldn't really tell here. And then the shin guard is actually a dark blue, whereas on here we got this this gunmetal color. So this gunmetal is done very nice. So that is the big difference there. So black boots, blue shin guard and padding, whereas you get blue boots and then a gunmetal shin guard and padding. Looking at the knee pads, we get that gunmetal color on the Cobra Island Cobra Trooper, and then we get two-tone knee pads on the Cobra Infantry, so a gray and then a dark blue there in front. Looking at the rest here on his arms, though, we did get those sections painted in, so they were done in a black color on the Cobra Island Trooper, and then the Cobra Infantry, we get a darker blue in there, just like on the pants. Looking at the gauntlet piece, it is an all blue color, dark blue, and then the light blue for his actual uniform, whereas we get that gunmetal color there. And then one difference here is we had blue gloves on the Cobra Island Trooper, and then the infantry actually gets black gloves, and then that padding right there on the back of his hand is actually a dark blue, so it's kind of the opposite on these two. And those right there are the big key differences between the two. So Cobra Infantry, I like the black and blue more, but the blue on blue isn't as bad as I thought it would be, because there is enough color differentiations in some sections to really help make it stand out a little bit more, as opposed to being one single flat color like I thought it was going to be. So the holster and the sheath, if those were black, I think it would have been even better, but at least we do get some additional paint in some other areas, so it's not all just like one flat color. So you guys let me know down in the comments below what you think about that. Are you happy, disappointed in the paint apps for this guy? Because I thought it was actually going to be less, but it turns out it's technically more. So let's see his articulation. Okay, so Cobra Infantry articulation, he can look down that much, he can look up that much, because you can actually get that neck to move. Now, if you've got the helmet off, you can get him to look up a little bit more, of course. So that neck has its own ball joint, so you can get circular motion and pivot to the side, and then the neck on the head has a ball hinge, so you can get him to look up and down. You get the full side-to-side rotation, of course, and then you get some pivot in there. You get the shoulder to go out straight out like so. You get a full rotation in there, of course. There is a butterfly joint, so you can get the arm to go back that much. Going forward isn't really going to be a whole lot, but it does move forward a little bit. You have the upper bicep swivel there. You get a double jointed elbow like so. These are not pinless. He does have pins on there, unlike Zartan and some of those newer figures. Well, I guess Zartan would be the only newer figure. So Wave 3, the Zartan is pinless. This guy is not, because this guy wasn't, and it is the same body mold. Wrists swivel, and they do hinge. So here we got the roll of the dice vertical hinge on the left, and then we have the kind of the standard horizontal hinge on the right. So he has an ab crunch in there, but again, you're not really going to get any use out of it because of the vest. The vest is not removable. You would have to cut it off if that's what you wanted to do, but there is an ab crunch, you just can't use it. And then the waist is on kind of the ball joint, so you can get some pivot going on in there, but again, it is hindered a little bit. So going back isn't really a whole lot. Going forward really isn't a whole lot. You can get the twist going on there at the waist though. So legs go out that far apart, as you can see, because it does the drop down. Without the drop down, you can kick forward that much. If you do the drop down, you can kick and get him to go up and over really, really high. You have an upper thigh cut in there, double jointed knee like so. There is the boot swivel, foot hinges down. Doesn't really hinge up because that foot is going to hit that shin guard, ankle pivot, and peg holes at the bottom of the feet. So nothing new with the G.I. Joe Classified. So again, it is hindered if you haven't gotten the Cobra Trooper. Now you know what to expect. If you have the Cobra Trooper from the Cobra Island line, then you already know, because it's the exact same. So for Wave 3 here is Zartan next to the Cobra Infantry. So the only technically new figures in the wave. However, the case breakdown for Wave 3 is you get 2 Zartan, 2 Cobra Infantry, 1 Redeco Roadblock, which is the same Roadblock, but he does have the muted colors, which I do have right here. So those are hitting Walgreens too, because they are the same case. So you can see a darker green vest. The shin guards, the boots are a brown color, so no bright gold. His weapon is all a dark color as opposed to bright colors. And then of course the Redeco Redeco Scarlet, which has the light tan pants and the darker skin tone. And then some of those bright colors are muted as well. So those are the Wave 3 figures. So let's see Cobra Infantry with the Cobra Troopers again, and then let's throw in Cobra Commander. Okay, so Cobra Commander along with the Cobra Infantry and the Special Missions Cobra Island Cobra Trooper Target exclusive figures. So I went with the regular release Cobra Commander because the blues all match. They are all about the same shade of blue and they all look really well together. So I am not an army builder. For all of you that are, the Cobra Infantry is going to be much easier to get your hands on. I'm not going to say it's going to be super easy because I thought Red Ninja kind of would be, even though he was packed only 1 per case. At least Cobra Infantry is 2 per case, and then if you ordered online, you know, solid cases are going to be out there. So hopefully you put pre-orders in already. If you have not, I will have an Amazon link and an Entertainment Earth link down in the video description below. I'm not sure what the availability is going to be, so just keep an eye out on those links or hit up any of your other favorite online retailers. But they are all Cobra together. But I do want to see how the Cobra Infantry looks next to the Cobra Viper. Man, I think it's just something about the way the black and the blues look good together. So Cobra Infantry, for me, that's just kind of what he's lacking, a little bit more black color throughout his uniform. But I'm sure some of you guys have these massive Cobra armies, and I'd love to see pictures. So if you are on Instagram, either send them to me or tag me in your posts. I'd love to see what you guys do and have all your troopers together, all your Vipers together, your Cobra Commander, and your infantry, all of them together. I'd love to see some pictures and see all of that army building glory. So make sure to tag me on Instagram. Okay, so my final thoughts on the Cobra Infantry figure. I'm very pleased with it. I don't like it as much as the Cobra Island Cobra Trooper, only because I really like the way the black and the blues go together. The all blue suit isn't terrible by any means, but it doesn't look as good to me. I am happy that Hasbro is releasing this figure in a wide regular wave release, so everyone has a better opportunity to get their hands on it. If you cannot get one of these figures, again, I can't stress the importance of pre-ordering a lot of these figures. So the demand and the popularity, yes, there's scalpers involved, I get it, but people are loving these G.I. Joe figures, so you know they're not staying in stores very long when they get there. So hopefully you pre-ordered. Always pre-order. I highly recommend pre-ordering. If you find in store, you can always cancel the pre-order or maybe keep that pre-order in. Who knows? But I think this one is one that people should be able to better get their hands on. I'm hoping that Hasbro figured their shit out and can get distribution right, because Wave 1 was horrible to try and get. Wave 2, even worse. So I'm hoping that Wave 3, maybe they figured it out. I don't know. I don't have the most faith in Hasbro to have done that. You know, I think they should have anticipated the demand in a 6-inch G.I. Joe line. But I don't know if there was any way to really prepare for that. You know, I think they wanted to shy away from it for the longest time. And I get that, you know, the collector market is in the 6-inch scale. But G.I. Joe, you got the old collectors from before, they have a lot of love for the 3 3/4 inch. So, you know, I'm sure they didn't know what the response would be to the 6-inch from the hardcore G.I. Joe collectors. Hopefully they like it and enjoy the 6-inch classified line. I'm not in the Facebook groups too often to see a lot of those thoughts from the hardcore 3 3/4 inch collectors, but you guys can let me know down in the comments below if you have some insight on that, or if you were a hardcore 3 3/4 inch, you let me know what you think of the 6-inch line. And I know a lot of people are quitting the line because they can't get these G.I. Joe figures, especially the Target exclusives, but this infantry, they should be able to get their hands on, because I think some places are still taking pre-orders, so you should get it. But I really like the figure. You guys let me know down in the comments below your thoughts on it. If you guys like this video, please hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you haven't already done so, and as always, thank you for watching.